Hey neighbors, welcome back to Hometown View. Today, I'm sitting in my stairway. I thought this would be a great festive place to do the video this afternoon. This is a very special day. In the tradition that I'm in, we celebrate Advent, and Advent is simply the 4 Sundays that lead up to Christmas. And Advent is a time of anticipation. It's also a time of reflection. And to reflect a little bit, we're going to have story time here in just a few minutes, but go ahead and grab you something hot to drink and get settled in. Today is the Sunday of Hope. The first snowfall of the season had transformed the small town of Maple Hollow into a winter wonderland. Jane Carson stood behind the counter of Carson's Corner Bakery, her hands kneading dough as she stared out the frosted window. The town square, normally bustling, was unusually quiet. The little bakery had been her lifelong dream, but business had been so slow. Despite the scent of cinnamon and nutmeg wafting through the air, the bell above the door barely rang these days. Jane let out a sigh and wiped her hands on her apron. As she gazed outside, something caught her eye. Mr. Thompson, the retired mailman. He was out on the square, struggling to string lights on the town's Christmas tree. He had been doing it every year since Jane was a little girl. His hands moved carefully, much slower than they once had, as he stretched the string of lights around the tree. Across the street, Mrs. Logan, the florist, appeared with a small wreath and hung it on Jane's window. She turned, saw Jane, and gave a cheerful wave before hurrying off to help Mr. Thompson. Jane watched as a group of teenagers wandered by and paused. For a moment they seemed unsure of what to do, but then one of them broke away and jogged over to Mr. Thompson. "Do you need some help, sir?" he asked. Soon all of them were laughing, stringing lights, and cheering when the tree began to glow. A warmth spread through Jane's chest, a spark of hope that she hadn't felt in weeks, maybe even months. She hurried off to the kitchen and she pulled out a tray of freshly baked cookies, and she placed them on a platter, and with a quick scrawl on a chalkboard she wrote, "Free cookies for tree decorators, please help yourself," and she placed them on a tray outside. The bell above her door jinged moments later. One of the teenagers had come in smiling, and he said, "Thank you for the cookies. They're amazing. We'll tell everybody to stop by." That night, as the lights of the tree reflected on the snow, Jane realized that hope wasn't something you wait for. It's something that you create. One act of kindness at a time, her little bakery began to feel like the heart of the town again. This week, as you go about your way, I hope that you not only feel the hope in your local hometown, but you do things to create hope and to bring the warmth of the holiday season to those all around you. We're going to continue to share videos each and every day this month. More importantly, I hope that you have a blessed week. And until we see you again, have a great day.